Hi, Ashley. Where do you keep the cleaning supplies?
Hi, Emila. What do you mean?
I'm at your house now. Didn't Jack tell you?
I'm confused. You're at my house? Why?
In the meantime, I'll see what I can do about this mess.
What mess? Amala? Hey, honey. Your mom just texted me. Apparently from our house? She's also asking for cleaning supplies. Why is she there? She won't tell me. What's going on?
Hey, sweetie, don't get mad, okay? You remember my dad passed away a couple months ago, right?
Yeah?
Well, my mom hasn't been dealing with it very well, living alone and all. So I was thinking maybe it would be better if she stayed with us, at least for a little while.
I see what you mean. I do feel sorry for your mom, and I wouldn't want her to be lonely, but having her live with us is quite a big change. We'd lose our privacy, and we wouldn't have the freedom we're used to. Maybe we could explore other options, like selling her house and finding her a nearby apartment. That way she could visit whenever she wanted, and we'd still have our space. What do you think?
Well, the thing is, I think she might have already moved in. That's why she's at our house.
What?
She was crying on the phone when I talked to her last night, and I didn't know what to do. I just said maybe she shouldn't be alone for now. She agreed that she shouldn't be alone. And then this morning when you'd already left for work, she just showed up at the house with a few suitcases. I couldn't send her away, so I set her up in the spare bedroom.
So this wasn't your idea?
No, it wasn't, but she's my mom. How can I say no to her while she's grieving? It would break her heart.
I get that your mom is going through a difficult time right now, but I would have appreciated it if I had a say in this too. Or at least a heads up. Now what am I supposed to do? I haven't had any time to clean the house.
I know, sweetie. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. She really caught me off guard. And don't worry about the house. She's just happy she's not alone. Please, can you give this a chance for me?
I mean, I guess. For your sake, I'll give it a try.
Thanks, sweetie. You're the best. Okay then, I'll see you after work.
See you after work. Love you.
Ashley, your house is such a mess. I really tried to get things sorted myself, but it's just too much to handle. How can you live in such a pigsty? I'm staying here now and things will have to change. You can't leave the house in such a state. Seriously, I can't understand why you let it get so messy.
Oh, hi, Emila. I apologize for the mess. I didn't know you were coming to stay with us, and I haven't had a chance to tidy up yet.
Well, that's not my responsibility. There are dirty dishes all over the kitchen, not to mention crumbs and food stains on the kitchen counter. Regardless of whether I'm here or not, you shouldn't let the place get this bad. And my poor son! How can you expect him to live in a filthy house? As a wife, it's your duty to keep the house clean. My son deserves at least that much.
It's not as bad as it sounds, Emila. There are a few breakfast dishes I haven't had a chance to clean yet because I had to rush to work this morning, and there might be some laundry to do. I'll take care of it when I get back from work.
I don't want to live in a dirty place. You need to come back and clean it now.
I can't do that right now, Emila. I'm at work and I can't just drop everything. You seriously don't expect me to rush home to wash some dishes, right? You do realize I'm at work.
Then what am I supposed to do? It's too dirty and messy for me to be comfortable here. I can't even make myself a cup of coffee. Not a single cup is clean.
If it's really bothering you that much, why don't you clean up the dishes in the kitchen? Or you could go out until I get home from work, or maybe just rest for a while in your room.
Are you seriously suggesting that I clean up the mess you made? Are you calling me lazy? I've just moved in, and it seems like you're trying to assign all your household chores to me already. What's that all about? Do I need to do all the work just so I can live in your messy house?
No, Amala, that's not what I meant at all. I'm not asking you to do any chores. I just wanted to let you know that if the mess was bothering you, you don't have to tolerate it. I can take care of it when I get back from work.
So, I'm supposed to endure this filth until you decide it's time to clean up then? And why are you talking to me like I'm a child? I'm not a toddler you can just dismiss and send to their room. Show some respect.
I never said you're a toddler. Please try to understand that I can't take care of it right now and that it'll have to wait. I really have to go back to work now.
Frankly, I don't understand what my son sees in you. You work all day long and don't seem to make a good homemaker at all. You don't do any chores, and I bet you don't take proper care of Jack. He probably has to handle all the housework himself, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's the one cooking too.
Actually, Amala, you'll be happy to know that I'm the one who manages most of the household duties. I cook dinner, clean the house, and handle other chores. All of that on top of my full-time job. Jack doesn't contribute much in that department.
That can't be true. Jack is perfect. I'm sure he helps out when needed. He does more than you, both at home and in his job.
Okay, Amala. I don't want to argue about this right now, especially while I'm at work. If you keep messaging me, I'm sorry, but I won't be able to reply. I have important tasks to focus on at the moment, and I can't get distracted by this.
So now you're saying I'm not important? That's quite rude of you. I'll make sure Jack hears about this.
I didn't mean it that way, but I really can't talk about this right now. We can discuss this later. Goodbye, Amala.
Ashley, we need to talk.
Hey, honey, what's going on?
How could you speak to my mother the way you did? She just wanted to know if you were planning to do some cleaning when you got home because the house was a bit messy. She didn't want to do anything wrong or misplace things, but you went off on her, saying that it wasn't her concern and that you were too busy to clean. You told her if she wanted the house clean, she should do it herself. She's just moved in and you're treating her like a maid. That's my mother.
Alright, first of all, none of that is true. Yes, she did message me this afternoon, but she wasn't asking if she could clean the house. Instead, she said a lot of hurtful things to me, telling me I wasn't good enough for you and that I wasn't fulfilling my wifely duties because I'm at work a lot and wasn't handling all the household chores. She even demanded that I leave work and come home to clean the house for her immediately. It was really hurtful, Jack, especially considering it's our home she's moved into.
I find that hard to believe. My mom would never do that.
What?
I find it hard to believe that my mom would be so rude. She's not that type of person. She's actually one of the sweetest women I know. I don't like the way you're trying to blame her for your behavior towards her this afternoon. You've been working late a lot recently, and you have to admit, things have been a bit chaotic at home.
Yes, I have been working late recently, and I'm a bit behind on my household chores, but that's besides the point. It was never an issue before your mom came to live with us. How can you just take her side and dismiss everything I've said? I'm your wife, Jack. I think I deserve some consideration when I tell you that your mom was the one who was rude.
It sounds like you're lying about my mom, Ashley. I don't appreciate you making false accusations. If this is how you're gonna behave now that she's living with us, then we definitely need to have a serious conversation to establish some ground rules.
You're setting ground rules for me? In my own house? You've got to be kidding me. You know what? Fine. Let's have that conversation. We can involve your mom too and establish some ground rules, including how we'll divide the chores.
What are you implying?
With 3 of us in the house now, there's bound to be more mess, which means more cleaning is required. I can't handle it all by myself, especially since I'm working until 6 every evening. So we'll need to share the workload.
But
that includes you, Jack. You'll have to pitch in and help with the chores.
I have my own job, you know.
Yes, and so do I. That's why it's only fair to divide the chores evenly. Your mom can also contribute since she's living with us now.
Alright, we can discuss this when we're all home.
Great. I'm looking forward to it, Jack. You need to talk to your mom, Jack. Have you seen the state of the house? It's a mess. There are dirty dishes everywhere, some with half-eaten food still in them. There's a persistent smell of cigarette smoke and full ashtrays everywhere. And your mom's clothes are scattered all over the place. I can't take this much longer, Jack.
If it bothers you that much, then clean it up. Do something about it if you can't stand the mess and smell.
I'd love to help with the cleaning, but if you recall, I had to take on extra hours at work just to cover the increase in our bills. I barely have any time to clean when I return home.
It's a bit convenient, isn't it?
Jack, I won't finish work until 10 p.m. tonight. That means I won't be home until around 10:30 or 11. After that, I need to wake up at 6 a.m. to get ready for work, which starts at 8 a.m. the next day. When would I have time to clean the house? Am I not supposed to sleep, eat, or have any personal time?
Maybe you should consider working shorter hours.
I wish I could, Jack. Have you seen how much our monthly bills have increased?
It can't be that much.
They've gone up by roughly $200 to $300.
What? How's that even possible?
I'm not sure. You might want to ask your mom.
Well, you'll have to figure something out.
What?
Well, yeah, my mom is going through a really tough time, so I can't expect her to take on all the housework right away. She needs time to adjust and cope with my dad's passing. Pressuring her to do all the cleaning won't help her heal.
I understand, but then you'll need to help out more. You'll have to do some additional cleaning and tidying while I'm working extra hours.
I'd rather not do that. I mean, I'm the husband, and the housework is typically seen as the wife's responsibility.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Traditionally, the housework is associated with women, so you'll need to find a solution to keep the house clean. We can't live in such a messy place.
And traditionally, paying the bills isn't considered a woman's job either. But I still do it, don't I? What's gotten into you?
What do you mean?
Ever since your mom moved in, you've become increasingly lazy, more demanding of me, and frankly, condescending. I don't know what your mom is saying to you, but whatever it is, you need to stop listening because her views are outdated and wrong.
My mom has helped clarify our roles in this house. You can't blame her for simply providing some guidance on how things should work between a husband and wife.
What are you talking about?
I'm the husband, and you should follow my lead.
Oh, is that right?
Yes!
Well, while you think about what you're doing to our marriage, I'm going back to work. I have responsibilities to attend to.
You can't just end things like this. You need to listen to me and then do as I say when you get back home.
Can I ask you something?
What?
Is this going to be your attitude from now on? Or will things go back to normal once your mom moves out?
Look, you might not like it, but this is the new me. My mom has given me a different perspective on how things should be, so I won't be going back to my old ways. Oh, and we're not gonna get rid of my mom.
I understand. I need some time to think.
What do you mean? Think about what? Ashley? Ashley!
Ashley, where are you? And when are you coming home to take care of the house? You need to talk to my son right now. You can't just leave and not say anything. Ignoring him isn't the solution. He's been trying to reach you for days.
I have been staying at my sister's, and I have work to attend to, along with some other tasks, so I can't chat right now.
Your husband is trying to talk with you. You can't just ignore him.
I have nothing to say to Jack. Not since you've turned him against me.
Well, maybe you should have been a better wife, and then he would actually respect you as his wife.
Or maybe you should have respected our privacy, left me, Jack, and our marriage alone, and found your own place to live instead of moving into our house.
I can see you're in a bad mood because things didn't go your way. This is typically what happens when one loses control over their husband.
Whatever, Emila. I don't have time for this. I have important things to do.
You know what? I regret ever allowing you to marry my son. Stop wasting time and file for divorce immediately.
It's done. I've filed for divorce. And you've moved out.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I mean exactly what I said. I initiated the divorce process. I might have jumped the gun by saying it's finalized, but it will be soon. The judge will review the case and grant me the divorce. So, it's as good as finalized.
But why? You're being dramatic.
Seriously? You're asking why? Have you noticed how you and Jack have treated me recently? You both have been unreasonably demanding, expecting me to do all the chores, cater to your every need, and essentially become a servant when I'm at home. You've pushed me to my breaking point. I don't want to live like that anymore. Jack refuses to let you live alone. So if that's how he wants it, then so be it.
Well, fine then. We don't need you anyway. You were never good enough for my son. He deserves a better wife, and especially one that's more appealing to look at. You really let yourself go, Ashley. No wonder Jack's been unhappy.
Sure, whatever. Oh, before I forget, both you and Jack will need to find a new place to live.
What? You're joking, right?
No, I'm dead serious.
This house belongs to my son. You can't kick us out.
Actually, the house is in my name.
What do you mean?
The lease and all the bills are in my name. I'm the one who pays for the mortgage and everything else, so I get to decide who lives in my house and who doesn't. I've endured enough of your negativity. You both have to go.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can.
But you're just the wife, not the husband. The husband owns everything, like the house and the car and stuff.
They might have in the 1950s, but in today's world, Amala, women can own things in their own right. Times have changed, I'm afraid.
What are Jack and I supposed to do now? Where should we go?
Well, as the man, I'm sure Jack can figure something out, right? He'll find a new place for you soon.
No, he can't. He doesn't have the money. Besides, I don't want to live with just him. He's a slob, and I can't stand living in a messy house.
Well, maybe you could go back to your own house.
The bank is reclaiming the property because I've been behind on making the mortgage payments. Jack was supposed to help me with it, but he never gave me a dime.
I'm sorry to hear that, but that's not my problem anymore. You should have considered that before you treated me so poorly. You should discuss that with Jack. I can't waste my time anymore on the both of you. I have more important things to do.
Like what?
Like finally having a day to relax by myself. It's been a while since I've had the chance to sit back and enjoy some peace. Oh, and if you and Jack have moved out within a week, I'll be forced to involve the authorities.
You can't do that. This is my house, not yours.
Goodbye, Amala. After finalizing the divorce, I did indeed ask Amala and Jack to leave my house. It was tough parting ways with Jack, but he had changed significantly due to his mother's influence. I couldn't endure such a toxic environment any longer. Evicting them allowed me to return to a clean and peaceful home. After they left, I heard that Jack and his mother had to move into a small apartment because he couldn't afford to buy a new house. But I guess that's karma when you make someone else's life miserable without reason. As for me, I sold my house and used the proceeds to embark on a journey I'd always wanted to take but couldn't due to my marriage with Jack. So far, my trip has been amazing, and I look forward to whatever life has in store next.
Hey, Emily, why aren't you at the hospital yet? Grandpa's been asking for us.
Hey, I'm still out with a friend. Chill, I'll get there.
You're being really inconsiderate. Grandpa's not doing well, and all you do is party with your friends.
Don't talk to me like that, James. I'm old enough to decide what my priorities are.
It's not just about you, Emily. Grandpa needs us. He's been waiting to see us.
Look, James, Grandpa's lived his life. I'm just living mine.
You're talking like a child, not an adult. You weren't even there for his last birthday celebration.
That's not fair, James. I have a life too.
Life? What life? You don't do anything for Grandpa or even help around the house.
You should let me be, James. I'll be at the hospital shortly.
It's not about letting you be, Emily. We're family. We should be there for each other.
I don't need a lecture from you. I know what I'm doing.
It's not about a lecture, Em. It's about being responsible. You can't just live for yourself.
I'll be there soon, okay? Just give me some time.
It's always soon with you, Emily. You can't keep putting things off.
Well, I don't see you helping either. You're just good at complaining.
I do my part, Emily. I visit Grandpa, I help around the house. You can't just avoid your responsibilities.
Responsibilities? I didn't sign up for this. Grandpa's old and he's had his time.
One day you will be old too. Don't forget that.
I don't care. I'll deal with it when I get there. Right now, I have a life to live.
You're being selfish, Emily. Family matters. You can't just ignore it.
I'm not ignoring it. I'll be at the hospital. You're just too uptight.
It's not about being uptight. It's about being there when it counts.
Well, I'll be there, won't I? So relax.
It's not about just being physically present, Emily. It's about caring and making an effort.
I'll show up, okay? You happy now?
It's not about me being happy. It's about Grandpa having the comfort of seeing both of us.
I said I'll be there, James. Just drop it.
Fine, whatever. Just don't expect anyone to wait around for you all the time.
I won't. I'll be there soon. James, I'm at the hospital, but I can't see anyone in the ward Grandpa was last time. What's going on? James, please respond. I'm getting worried. Where is everyone?
You shouldn't bother looking for Grandpa. He's dead. You promised to come and you're only just doing that? After 2 days?
What? James, don't joke about that. Where is he, really?
Not joking, Emily. He died an hour after you promised you'd be with us.
Oh no. I hate myself right now. I couldn't make it in time. I feel so terrible. I wasn't there to say goodbye.
Yeah, well, if you really cared about saying goodbye, you would have abandoned that party of yours.
James, please, don't say that. You're hurting me with your words.
Maybe you should have thought about that before prioritizing your party over family.
I didn't mean to, James. It's just that I didn't expect this.
Well, life doesn't wait for your plans. Grandpa needed us and you weren't there.
I know, and I regret it. Can you tell me where you are? I want to be there with you.
I'm at Grandpa's old cottage. He loved this place.
I'm on my way. I just need to grab a cab.
Sure. Take your time. It's not like you haven't kept everyone waiting already.
James, please. I said I'm sorry.
Sorry doesn't bring Grandpa back, Emily.
I know, and I wish I could change things. I never wanted this to happen.
Well, it did happen, and now we have to deal with it.
I'm coming, James. Just give me some time. I'll be there.
Fine, whatever. Just don't expect everyone to be waiting around for you.
I won't. I just want to be there now. I need to be with my family.
Funny how you remember that now.
I don't need your anger right now. I need your support.
Support? Where was your support when Grandpa needed it the most?
I get it, James. I messed up. But please don't shut me out completely.
You shut yourself out when you chose that party over being here.
I can't change the past, but I can be here now.
Too little too late, Emily.
I'll be there soon, James. Let's be there for each other. It's what Grandpa would want.
Fine, just hurry up. We need to figure out what to do next. Hey, Emily, I just wanted to let you know that the reading of Grandpa's will is tomorrow at the old cottage.
Okay, I'll be there.
Cool. Well, what have you been up to since Grandpa passed?
Why do you care? Just let me live my life.
I don't mean to pry, I'm just looking out for you, you know?
I'm old enough to take care of myself, James. I don't need you checking up on me.
I know, Emily, but you're the only family I've got now. I feel responsible for you.
Your responsibility is unnecessary. I can handle myself.
I get it, but I can't help worrying. We're family, Em.
Your constant concern feels like those hurtful reminders of our parents' death. Just stop, okay?
I don't mean to bring up bad memories, I care about you.
Well, your caring feels like hovering. I don't like it.
Okay, I'll back off then.
Good. It's annoying.
Anyway, let's not fight. We need to be at the old cottage tomorrow for the will reading.
Yeah, I got it.
It's important, Grandpa's last wishes and all.
I said I got it, James. Stop being so pushy.
I just want to make sure you don't forget.
I won't forget. Jeez, you're acting like I don't care.
I know you care, Em. I just worry, that's all.
Well, stop. I got my own life to deal with.
I know. I just don't want you to go through everything alone.
I'm used to being alone, James. I don't need your help.
I get it. You're independent, but we're still family.
Your version of family is suffocating, James.
I don't want to smother you. I'll try giving you space.
About time. Maybe I'll appreciate that. Hey, big brother. How are you managing your new home, the old cottage?
Hey, Emily. It's lovely.
Haha, lovely? I'm just here looking at all the cash I've got. Can you believe Grandpa gave me 20 million? All you got is that old cottage in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I'm content with whatever Grandpa thought was right.
You're lying, James. I can see it. You must be so disappointed and sad.
No, really, I'm not. Grandpa had his reasons.
Oh, I bet he's a real saint. Giving you a house and land far away from civilization? What a wicked man.
Emily, he had his reasons, I'm sure.
What reasons could justify this? After all your sacrifices and love, this is what he gives you?
I appreciate what he left me. The location doesn't bother me.
Haha, you're too good, James. I'd be furious if I were you.
Well, I'm not. I'm content.
Content with a cottage in the middle of nowhere. Wow.
You should be prudent with the money you've got now.
Prudent? Oh, please, James. I'm too rich to be prudent. I intend to start taking luxury trips, buying expensive jewelry, and rubbing shoulders with the rich.
Seriously, be careful with the people you associate with. Maybe consider investing the money?
Invest? James, I don't have the energy for that. I just want to enjoy my life.
I know you've always been lazy, but be pragmatic now.
Don't you ever call me lazy again, James. What do you even have to show for your hard work? An old cottage and a piece of land? Mind your business, James. I have to go. I'm too busy enjoying myself. Don't have the time for your cheap talks.
Hey James, how are you?
Hey, Mabel, I'm good. How about you?
Not very fine, actually.
What's wrong? You can tell me.
I heard about what happened to you.
What do you mean?
I know about the will.
How'd you find out?
It doesn't matter, James.
It's okay. It's really nothing for you to worry about.
It's not about the will, James. It's something else.
What's the problem then?
I've been thinking, and I'm getting cold feet. Maybe we should part ways.
What? Why?
I just feel it's the best thing for us.
Is this about the will?
Yes. I can't be with you anymore, James. I always thought you'd be successful, but now I see how wrong I was. I want to be with someone successful, not someone who inherits an old house and cheap land.
Mabel, please don't do this. We made promises to each other.
Promises change, James. I can't be with someone who doesn't have a bright future.
But I can make things work. I can prove myself.
It's too late for that, James. I need someone who has already made it.
Mabel, we can build a future together. It doesn't have to end like this.
James, I've made up my mind. It's over.
You can't just throw everything away because of this.
I can, and I am. I need someone who can provide for me now, not in the future. Love is not enough, James. I need stability, success. I can't wait for you to figure it out.
I can't believe it's ending like this.
Sometimes life takes unexpected turns. I need to do what's best for me.
Mabel, we had plans. We were supposed to face everything together.
Plans change, James. I need to move forward.
I never thought you'd leave me when things got tough.
Life is short, James. I need to make the most of it. Bye, James. You are a nice guy. You will find someone who likes you. No, James. It's time for both of us to move on. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mabel.
Hey, bro. How are you?
Hey, Brian. I'm good. How about you?
I heard what happened to you, man. I feel so bad for you.
What are you talking about?
I know about the will in the old cottage.
Who told you about that?
Emily told me. She said she felt bad for you.
Emily?
Yeah, and there's something else I need to tell you.
What now?
Emily and I are together. We started dating and we're currently vacationing in the Bahamas.
What? How could you, Brian?
Look, Emily doesn't want me to be friends with you anymore, so I'm ending our friendship. I'm doing this for the love I have for your sister.
Love? Don't give me that. It's about the money, isn't it?
You can see it however you want, James. I love Emily, and that's what matters.
You betrayed our friendship for a relationship based on money, Brian.
It's not that black and white, James. Love is complicated.
Love? This has nothing to do with love. It's about taking advantage of the situation.
You're not seeing it from my perspective.
Your perspective? You're dating my sister, and you're willing to throw away our friendship for it?
I love Emily, James. I hope you can understand that.
Understand? Not only did you break my trust, you also have nothing good in store for Emily.
Well, I can't change how you feel or think. You do what you need to do, James. I'm gonna enjoy my time with Emily.
Enjoy it, Brian, but remember, friendships are built on trust, and you just shattered that.
Whatever, James. Enjoy your old cottage.
Hey, Emily, what are you doing with Brian?
James, just leave me alone.
You don't know what you're doing, Emily. Don't let the money get into your head.
Mind your business, James. Stop being so nosy.
Emily, I'm just looking out for you. Brian can't be trusted. He's after your money.
You don't know anything, James. I love Brian, and he's going to marry me.
You're being deceived, Emily. Brian is not what he seems.
I don't need your opinions, James. I'm old enough to know what's good for me.
Emily, I just care about you. I don't want to see you get hurt.
You're just jealous, James. You can't stand that I found someone who loves me.
It's not about jealousy. Brian's taking advantage of you.
Stop it, James. I won't listen to your lies.
Emily, I don't want to see you make a mistake.
I won't. And Brian is not a mistake.
Emily, he's after the money Grandpa left you. He doesn't love you.
How dare you? You have no right to say that about him.
I have every right when it comes to protecting my sister.
I don't need protection, James. I need you to stay out of my life.
I'm trying to save you from making a huge mistake.
Well, I don't need your saving. Brian loves me, and that's all that matters.
Emily, wake up. Brian is using you for your money.
I said stop it, James. You're just trying to ruin my happiness.
Emily, I don't want to ruin anything. I just want you to see the truth.
The truth? Your truth, James? I don't want to hear it.
Emily, please don't let Brian take advantage of you.
You're the one taking advantage, James. Trying to control my life.
Just want what's best for you.
Well, what's best for me is being with Brian. Now leave me alone.
Fine, but I really hope you think about this.
I've made up my mind, James, and I don't want to hear from you again.
Emily, don't shut me out. I don't want to see you hurt.
You've hurt me enough, James. Never contact me again. Hi, big brother.
Hello?
It's Emily, your sister.
Okay.
I've been looking for you all over the state. I went to the old cottage and there's a beautiful mansion on the land. What did you do to our grandfather's old cottage?
What do you want, Emily?
Stop trying to push me away, James. I need your help.
I'm busy.
I'm in trouble. I need assistance.
I'm not surprised. You're always in trouble.
I'm broke, homeless, and need a loan. I need a place to stay.
Why am I not surprised?
Brian dumped me.
ran away with most of my money. I trusted him. He promised to marry me and took advantage.
I told you not to trust him.
This isn't the time for the blame game, James. I need your help.
There's nothing I can do to help you right now.
You don't have to be this way, James. I'm your little sister. Firstly, how did you turn the old cottage into such a beautiful mansion?
I was expecting that question. When Grandpa died, he told me to take care of the basement, especially his books. One day I found a notebook on his reading table with details of an agreement with a company wanting to buy the house and land. He refused at the time. Below it, he left a note saying, "Sell it when the price is right." Also, he left a note explaining why he gave the money instead. Grandpa knew you wouldn't appreciate the value of the house or land. Well, Grandpa was right, seeing as you squandered all the money. After I read Grandpa's letter, I reached out to the company and they were still interested. I ended up selling the land for 10 times the original price. I transformed the house and started a real estate business.
You've done well for yourself. Can you lend me some money?
You mean after you looked down on me and fled with that idiot? I have nothing to give you. I'm sure you'll regret this.
I can't believe you are still very much cold-hearted. You really are evil. I shouldn't have stooped so low and begged you. You know what? I'll be fine without you. Won't you say anything? Fine, keep mute. Loser.
Emily, what did you do to the house? How could you go there when I wasn't around and break all the glass windows?
That's what you get for choosing to be selfish to your sister.
And you didn't stop there. You still went ahead to write all sorts of hurtful comments on the walls.
I wrote exactly what you are, a moron, imbecile, stupid elder brother.
The next time you try anything silly, I'll have you arrested.
I know you can't do that. You are weak. So, are you giving me money or not?
You don't deserve $1. I'm done exchanging words with you.
You will hate what I'm gonna do next. I swear.
I'm done tolerating your ugly behavior. I'm blocking you now.
LOL. You can't. You don't have the heart to do that.
Emily was so pissed that I blocked her. She went over to the house and cut down all the flowers. This time, I got her arrested. She stayed a few days in prison before I eventually bailed her out. Afterwards, she got back with Brian and they began indulging in illegal activities. 2 years later, they were caught with hard drugs and sentenced to prison. And perhaps when she's out, she would turn a new leaf. She learned the hard way.